Okay. That is working. Alright, so... Well, I have to start over again. Oh, let me first say welcome to a new little series I'm going to call Skyrim Scholar Survival. It is essentially going to be my character, Blazera Singe, going around Skyrim on survival mode, and I'm going to be reading every book I come across until I have read every single book there is in Skyrim. That's kind of what I wanted to do when I first started my last playthrough, but then I kind of got sidetracked and I wasn't doing any reading at all, so yeah, I kind of got derailed from there. I was a little bit too much into the... started to get tunnel vision. But I'm going to start a new thing. Here we go. So scrolls have foretold the black wings and cold that when brothers wage war. Okay. It's the one thing, the fact that, you know, it loads so fast now on the more modern hardware that you can't actually read any of the little loading screens anymore. Elder Scrolls 5 I want to play for, but I don't have enough money, so I guess I'll just play Skyrim until I get Oblivion. Say it, dude. Say you're lying. Alright. So yes, once again, welcome to Skyrim Scholar Survival.
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
Hello.
You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush. Same as us. And that thief over there.
Damn you Stormcloaks. Skyrim was fine until you came along. Empire was nice and lazy. If they hadn't been looking for you, could have stolen that horse and been halfway to Hammerfell.
Hey, Ulfric.
You there. You and me. We shouldn't be here. It's these Stormcloaks the Empire wants.
We're all brothers and sisters in binds now, thief.
Shut up back there.
What's wrong with him, huh?
Watch your tongue. You're speaking to Ulfric Stormcloak, the true High King.
Ulfric? The Jarl of Windhelm? You're the leader of the rebellion. But if they captured you... Oh gods, where are they taking us?
I don't know where we're going, but Sovngarde awaits.
No, this can't be happening. This isn't happening.
Hey, what village are you from, horse thief?
Why do you care?
A Nord's last thoughts should be of home.
Rorikstead. I'm from Rorikstead.
General Tullius, sir. The headsman is waiting.
Ah, Helgen.
Let's get this over with.
Sure. Mara, Dibella, Kinnereth, Akatosh, Divines, please help me.
It's not gonna help you, dude.
Look at him. General Tullius, the military governor. And it looks like the Dalmor are with him. Damn elves. I bet they had something to do with this.
Never actually looked in that direction when he was talking about them. Oh. I love this game. It has so much replay value.
This is Helgen. I used to be sweet on a girl from here. Wonder if Vilod is still making that mead with juniper berries mixed in. Funny. When I was a boy, Imperial walls and towers used to make me feel so safe.
Who are they, Daddy? Where are they going?
To go inside with the car.
Why? I want to watch the soldiers.
Inside the house. Now.
Whoa. Yes, Papa.
Get these prisoners out of the carts. Move it!
Why are we stopping?
Why do you think? End of the line. Let's go. Shouldn't keep the gods waiting for us.
No, wait! We're not rebels!
Depends on what gods we're talking about.
Face your death with some courage, thief.
You've got to tell them. We worked with you. This is a mistake.
Step towards the block when we call your name. One at a time.
Empire loves their damn lists.
Ulfric Stormcloak, Jarl of Windhelm.
It has been an honor, Jarl Ulfric.
Ralof of Riverwood.
Hey, Riloff.
Lokir of Rorikstead.
No, I'm not a rebel. You can't do this.
Halt!
You're not gonna kill me.
Archers! Anyone else feel like running?
Wait. You there. Step forward.
Hello.
Who are you?
Well, I'm not this glorious to look at, I'll tell you that much. I am this glorious to look at. This reptile race, well suited for the treacherous swamps of their black marsh homeland, has developed a natural resistance to diseases and the ability to breathe underwater. They call upon the hiss skin to regenerate health very quickly. Alright, that. Skin tone. So if you want to just know, it's going to be a little bit for me to do this part. Okay, I think we're all good. Now I just got to name her.
Are you a relative of one of the Riften dockworkers, Agonian? Captain, what should we do? She's not on the list.
Forget the list. She goes to the block.
By your orders, Captain. I'm sorry. We'll make sure your remains are returned to Black Marsh. Follow the captain, prisoner.
Alrighty, here we go again.
Ulfric Stormcloak. Some here in Helgen call you a hero, but a hero doesn't use a power like the voice to murder his king and usurp his throne. You started this war, plunged Skyrim into chaos, and now the Empire is going to put you down and restore the peace.
What was that?
It's nothing. Carry on.
Yes, General Tullius. Give them their last rites.
As we commend your souls to Aetherius, blessings of the eight divines upon
For the love of Talos, shut up and let's get this over with.
Learn up as you wish.
Come on! I haven't got all morning. My ancestors are smiling at me, Imperials. Can you say the same?
You Imperial bastards!
Justice!
Death to the Stormcloaks!
As fearless in death as he was in life.
Next, the lizard!
Here it is again. Did you hear that?
I said, next prisoner!
To the block, prisoner. Nice and easy.
You at least gonna move the body there? Not gonna be able to kneel properly if he's there.
What in oblivion is that?
Sentries, what do you see?
It's in the clouds!
Hey, Alduin!
Don't you stop! Guards, get me down!
I wonder if there's a mod where every time a dragon does a shout, it's just a big old burp sound effect. That would be funny. Alright, rail off, let's go. Whoa! See that body just go wee!
The legends be true.
Legends don't burn down villages.
Okay, Jon Snow, where are we going?
We need to move now. Up through the tower. Let's go.
Okay, we're going.
We just need to.
Whoa. Alright. Let's just speed run this. Strats. Just powering through.
Hammond, you need to get over here. Now! Got it, boy. You're doing great. Toro! Everyone get down! Still alive, prisoner?
I don't know. I don't care, dude.
Quickly, follow me!
Uh-huh. You're about to execute me, dude. Why would I follow you? Whoa! Let me get a look at my character. Nice. I've never been knocked down before.
Into the keep! It's you and me, prisoner! Stay close! Still coming! Raylo, you damn traitor! Out of my way! We're escaping, Hadvar. You're not stopping us this time. Fine. I hope that dragon takes you all to Sovereign Guard.
Yeah, like I would follow you, dude. Hey. Alright. We're in it.
We'll meet again in Sovngarde, brother. Looks like we're the only ones who made it. That thing was a dragon, no doubt. Just like the children's stories and the legends. The harbingers of the end times. We better get moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off. There you go. You may as well take Gunnar's gear. He won't be needing it anymore.
Okay. Let me just check something. Alright, that's all in there. Alright, let's equip that.
Alright, get that armor on, and give that axe a few swings. I'm going to see if I can find some way out of here.
Ah, this one's locked. Let's see about that gate. Damn, no way to open this from our side.
Okay, so yeah, as I was saying before...
Take cover.
Okay, let me kill these guys first, and then I'm gonna do a proper introduction. Hey, you're the lady who was gonna kill him.
I've been wounded worse by pressure.
Maybe one of these Imperials had the key.
Yes, I did. Yes. Let me just give me a second. I need to wear the best armor. I'm mainly a heavy armor kind of person.
See if it unlocks that door.
Alright. What was down this way? I haven't been I didn't explore this way before. Ooh. Yeah, I've never actually gone this way. There's gold here. There's a book. Oh, my first book. Ahem. So yes, as I was saying before, when I started this is going to be a thing where every time I get a book in this game, I will read it verbatim. So, okay, my first book is Mixed Unit Tactics in the 5 Years' War, Volume 1. Alright. Boop. So, okay. Mixed Unit Tactics in the 5 Years' War, Volume 1 by Codis Kalonos. Oop, I didn't mean to take that. I meant to read it. Hold on. Alright, read it. The legions could learn from the unconventional tactics used by the Khajiit in the 5 Years' War against Valenwood. I was stationed at the Sphinxmouth Legion fort on the border near Dune and witnessed many of the northern skirmishes firsthand. The war started with the so-called slaughter of Torval. The Khajiit claim that the Bosmer invaded the city without provocation and killed over 1,000 citizens before being driven off by reinforcements from a nearby jungle tribe. The Bosmer claim that the attack was in the retaliation for Khajiit bandits who were attacking wood caravans headed for Valenwood. In the spring of Third Era 396, the war moved closer to Fort Sphinxmouth. I was posted on the lookout and saw parts of the conflict. I later spoke with both Khajiit and Bosmer who fought in the battle, and it will serve as an excellent example of how the Khajiit used a mixture of ground and tree units to win the war. The Khajiit began the fight in an unusual way by sending tree-cutting teams of Kathairat and the fearsome Shenkrat, or battle cats, into the outskirts of Valenwood's forests. When the word reached the Bosmer that trees were being felled, allegedly a crime in the strange Bosmeri religion, a unit of archers were dispatched from larger conflicts in the south. The Bosmer were thus goaded into splitting their forces into smaller groups. The Bosmer archers took up positions in the remaining trees, whose branches were now 20 or more feet apart, allowing some light into the forest floor. The Bosmer bent the remaining trees with their magics into small fortifications from which to fire their bows. When the tree cutters arrived the next morning, a half-dozen Khajiit fell to the Bosmer arrows in the first volley. After that, the Khajiit took large wooden shields from the backs of the Snekrat and made a crude shelter. The Khajiit, even the enormous Snekrat, were able to hide between the shelter and one of the larger trees. When it became apparent that the Khajiit would not leave their shelter, some Bosmer chose to descend and engage the Khajiit sword to claw. When the Bosmer were nearly upon the shelter, one of the Khajiit began playing on a native instrument of plucked metal bars. This was a signal of some kind, and a small group of the man-like Omez and Omezrat emerged from covered holes on the forest floor. Although outnumbered, they were attacking from behind by surprise and won the ground quickly. The Bosmer archers in the trees would have still won the battle were they not having troubles of their own. A group of Dagi and Dagirat, two of the less common forms of Khajiit who live in the trees of the Tenmar forest, jumped from one tree to another under a magical cover of silence. They took up positions in the higher branches that could not hold a Bosmer's weight. When the signal came, they used their claws and either torches or spells of fire. Accounts from the two survivors I spoke with vary on this point, to distract the archers. While the battle on the ground took place, a few of the archers were able to flee, but most were killed. Apparently, the Dagi and Dagirat have more magical abilities than is widely believed if they were able to keep themselves magically silenced for so long. One of the surviving Bosmer told me that he saw a few ordinary cats among the Dagi and even claimed that these ordinary cats are known as Alfik, and that they were the spellcasters. But Bosmer are almost as unreliable as the Khajiit when it comes to the truth, and I cannot believe that a house cat can cast spells. At the end of the day, the Khajiit lost perhaps a half dozen fighters out of a force of no more than 4 dozen, while the Bosmers lost nearly an entire company of archers. The survivors were unable to report back before a second company of archers arrived, and this strategy was repeated again, with similar results. Finally, a much larger force was sent, and the Bosmer won that battle with the help of the native animals of Valenwood. That third skirmish and the Khajiit response I will discuss in the second volume of this series. Alright. Alright, that's 1 book down. I don't know how many more to go, but it's going to be a lot. Alright. Did I check that one chest? Helmet in there. Alright, continuing on. Stamina low. Okay, I get it. I know. I've played this game before.
That's it. Come on, let's get out of here before the dragon brings the
Cabbage.
whole tower down on
Go.
our heads.
Cabbages. Cat. Okay, I'm not getting cabbages. Okay. I didn't mean to kick that cart. It just kind of happened. Can I do a sneak attack? Oh, not while he's here, apparently. Oh, I also do have some magic at this time, so let's use that.
Finish this!
Alright.
See? If you can find any potions, we'll need them.
Rabbit, pheasant. So I am going to be playing on survival mode, as I believe the title of this video should suggest. So I'm going to need all the food I can get. Potatoes. Salt. Salt is the main thing you need when cooking in this game, I have found. Alright. Salt. Alright, we're good.
Done?
Yep.
Let's get moving. Troll's blood. It's a torture room.
Hear that?
Lost that guy this run. Hold on, I need a hood. So one thing about my character, she wears hoods. Oh, hello. And you're done.
Was Jarl Ulfric with you?
A mace. Aha. That's my go-to weapon.
I haven't seen him since the dragon showed up.
Anything in
Wait a
here?
second. Looks like there's something in this cage. Ah, it's locked. See if you can get it open with some picks. You might need that gold.
Will do. I also get some
Let's look it
magical
up.
equipment.
Grab anything useful and let's go.
Sparks. Alright, Yay. Also, there's another book there. I get to read some more. Alright, so this is Book of the Dragonborn. Let me mark that off on my list. Alright. Okay. Boop. Alright. Let me drink some water before I continue. Alright. The Book of the Dragonborn by Prior Emlyn Madrine, Order of Talos, Waynon Priory. Prior Helen. Year 360 of the Third Era, 21st of the reign of His Majesty Plagueis IV. Many people have heard the term Dragonborn. We are, of course, ruled by Dragonborn emperors, but the true meaning of the term is not commonly understood. For those of us in the Order of Talos, this is a subject near and dear to our hearts, and in this book I will attempt to illuminate the history and significance of those known as Dragonborn, down through the ages. Most scholars agree that the term was first used in connection with the Covenant of Akatosh, when the blessed Saint Alessia was given the Amulet of Kings, and the dragon fires in the Temple of the One were first lit. Akatosh, looking with pity upon the plight of men, drew precious blood from his own heart, and blessed Saint Alessia with this blood of dragons, and made a covenant that so long as Alessia's generations were true to the dragon blood, Akatosh would endeavor to seal tight the gates of oblivion, and to deny the armies of Daedra and undead to their enemies. The Daedra, loving Aelids, those blessed by Akatosh with the dragon blood, became known more simply as Dragonborn. The connection with the rulers of the empire was thus there from the beginning. Only those with the dragon blood were able to wear the Amulet of Kings and light the dragon fires. All the legitimate rulers of the empire have been Dragonborn. The emperors and empresses of the first Cyrodiilic Empire, founded by Alessia, Remen Cyrodiil and his heirs, and of course Tiber Septim and his heirs, down to our current emperor, His Majesty Plagueis Septim IV. Because of this connection with the emperors, however, the other significance of the Dragonborn has been obscured and largely forgotten by all but scholars and those of us dedicated to the service of the blessed Talos, who was Tiber Septim. Very few realize that being Dragonborn is not a simple matter of heredity. Being the blessing of Akatosh himself, it is beyond our understanding exactly how and why it is bestowed. Those who become emperor and light the dragon fires are surely Dragonborn. The proof is in the wearing of the amulet and the lighting of the fires. But were they Dragonborn and thus able to do these things? Or was the doing the sign of the blessing of Akatosh descending upon them? All that we can say is that it is both and neither, a divine mystery. The light of Septims have all been Dragonborn. The line of Septims have all been Dragonborn, of course, which is one reason the simplistic notion of it being hereditary has become so commonplace. But we know for certain that the early Cyrodiilic rulers were not all related. There is also no evidence that Remen Cyrodiil was descended from Alessia, although there are many legends that would make it so, most of them dating from the time of Remen and likely attempts to legitimize his rule. We know that the Blades, usually thought as the emperor's bodyguards, originated in Akaviri, crusaders who invaded Tamriel for obscure reasons in the late First Era. They appear to have been searching for a dragonborn. The events at Pale Pass bear this out, and the Akaviri were the first to proclaim Remen Cyrodiil as dragonborn. In fact, it was the Akaviri who did the most to promote his standing as emperor, although Remen himself never took that title in his lifetime. And of course, there is no known hereditary connection between Tiber Septim and any of the previous dragonborn rulers of Tamriel. Whether there can be more than one dragonborn at any time is another mystery. The emperors have done their best to dismiss this notion, but of course, the imperial succession itself means that, at the very least, there are 2 or more potential dragonborn at any time. The current ruler and his or her heirs. The history of the Blades also hints at this, although little is known of their activities during the pardon me, that word, integrum between Remen's empire and the rise of Tiber Septim. Many believe that the Blades continue to search out and guard those that they believed were or might be dragonborn during this time. Lastly, we come to the question of the true meaning of being dragonborn. The connection with the dragons is so obvious that it has almost been forgotten in these days, when dragons are a distant memory. We forget that in the early days, being dragonborn meant having the dragon blood. Some scholars believe that was meant quite literally, although the exact significance is not known. The Nords tell tales of dragonborn heroes who were great dragon slayers, able to steal the power of the dragons they killed. Indeed, it is well known that the Akaviri sought out and killed many dragons during their invasion, and there is some evidence that this continued after they became Remen Cyrodiil's Dragon Guard. Again, the connection to dragons, and the direct predecessor to the Blades of today. I leave you with what is known as the Prophecy of the Dragonborn. It is often said to originate in an Elder Scroll, although it is sometimes also attributed to the ancient Akaviri. Many have attempted to decipher it, and many have also believed that its omens have been fulfilled and that the advent of the last Dragonborn was at hand. I make no claims as interpreter of prophecy, but it does suggest that the true significance of Akatosh's gift to mortal kind has yet to be fully understood. When misrule takes its place at the 8 corners of the world, when the brass tower walks and time is reshaped, when the thrice blessed fail and the red tower trembles, when the dragonborn ruler loses his throne and the white tower falls, when the snow tower lies sundered, kingless, bleeding, the world eater wakes, and the wheel turns upon the last dragonborn. Very nice. All right, 2 books down. Let's go. All right, is there anything that I could get? I see a little bit of gold there. Oh boy, my playthrough is essentially going to be me activating my kleptomania. Here we go. Anybody else? Mm-hmm. Alright, let's speed through.
Orders are to wait until General Tullius arrives.
I'm not waiting to be killed by a dragon. We need to fall back.
Just give the General some time.
That's it. That's all you've got.
Alright, give me your bow. Ah. Alright, let's equip the bow. I know, favorites. Stop moving. Don't dodge my arrows. All right.
Let's go on ahead. See if the way is clear.
Some arrows. Alright, quick detour this way because there is some stuff over here. Some potion. More gold. Give me your gold, dead people. Ah, spiders. Nice. Big spider? 2 big spiders. Alright, I'm not gonna go gonzo with collecting stuff, but right now it's just the beginning, so. That's my one problem. I got it. Okay. I usually, like, get into the thing where I just collect, and I don't use the potions and stuff that I collect. I mean, I usually just do potions to level up, but, yeah, I gotta stop doing that. It's just too much weight, and I never really use it anyway. I think just poisons. Just gotta keep it easy. If I run out of weight, that's my Ralof? Ralof? Where'd Ralof go? Ralof? Ralof? Did Ralof die? And I wasn't paying attention? I know there is.
The rest of them will have to find another way out.
Okay. Are you following me now, dude? Come on. Alright, you're taking your sweet time, Ralof. I'm wanting to travel with you back to Riverwood. What? You're saying things and I don't hear you. Depending on what time it is when I get out of here, if it's been an hour, I will save. Ralof! Okay, do you want me to follow you? Is that what you're wanting me to do?
Hold up! There's a bear just ahead. See her?
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather not tangle with her right now. Let's try to sneak by. Just take it nice and slow. And watch where you step.
Alright, you didn't need to give me an additional bow. I already had one.
Or if you're feeling lucky, you can take this bow. It might take her by surprise. Go ahead. I'll follow your lead and watch your back. Almost there.
Trying to sneak by that bear.
Phew. That was close. That looks like the way out. Knew it, mate.
Alright. Alright, we got survival mode on. What's my time at? Almost an hour. I think I'm gonna get to Riverwood.
Looks like he's gone for good this time.
Mm-hmm.
No way to know if anyone else made it out alive. But this place is going to be swarming with Imperials soon enough. We better clear out of here. My sister, Gerda, runs the mill in Riverwood, just up the road. I'm sure she'd help you out. It's probably best if we split up.
Nah,
Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
we're gonna hang out. Until we get to Riverwood. I think when I get to Riverwood, because I did take a bit of time getting my,
You know, you should go to Windhelm and join the fight to free Skyrim. You've seen the true face of the Empire here today. If anyone will know what the coming of the dragon means, it's over.
Nah. I'm not onto this whole Civil War stuff. Butterfly.
See that ruin up there? Bleak
Yeah.
Falls Barrow. I never understood how my sister could stand living in the shadow of that place.
Getting hungry.
I guess you get used to it.
Alrighty. First step with the stones.
These are the Guardian Stones. 3 of the 13 ancient standing stones that dot Skyrim's landscape. Go ahead. See for yourself.
Alright, I mainly do thief.
Thief, eh? It's never too late to take charge of your own fate, you know.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that, Riloth? I like to sneak.
Remember, this isn't Stormcloak territory. If we're ahead of the news from Helgen, we should be fine. As long as we don't do anything stupid. If we run into any Imperials, just let me do the talking, alright?
I have to remember that, because last time I started playing this game again, I had forgotten, like, oh wait, we're not in Stormcloak territory. Uh-oh. Ah, missed. Sorry, Wolfie. Oh no, the Imperials. I don't know if you can hear the sirens through the mic here.
You decided to come with me. We're almost to Riverwood.
Yay! By the way, I highly recommend there's a YouTuber who found the origin of all the rivers and lakes in Skyrim. Pretty interesting little kind of knowledge video. Really liked it. Oh, mushroom. I can't keep doing that. It's every time I'm like, ooh, shiny thing. Ooh, butterfly. Ooh! Oh, Lord.
Looks like nobody here knows what happened yet. Come on. Gerda's probably working in her lumber mill.
What? What is it now, Mother?
It was as big as the mountain and black as...
Did I see you talking to Sven? Maybe not.
I'm trying to listen. There's too many people talking at once. And now I'm tired. Okay.
Gerda.
Brother, Mara's mercy, it's good to see you. But is it safe for you to be here?
Gerda.
We heard that Ulfric had been captured.
Gerda, I'm fine. At least now I am.
Are you hurt? What's happened? And who is this?
Hello.
One of your comrades?
Sorry, I was
Not a
spacing out there.
comrade yet, but a friend. I owe her my life, in fact. Is there somewhere we can talk? There's no telling when the news from Helgen will reach the Imperials.
Yeah, speaking of
Helgen?
which, I'm just
Something
wearing
happened.
this because...
You're right. Follow me. Odd, come here a minute. I need your help with something.
What is it, woman?
Axe.
Sven drunk on the
Do I
job
need that
again?
axe? No, I don't. It's like, there I go again. I'm picking up random stuff, and I don't need to.
Rayloff, what
Grindstone.
are you doing here? Ha. I'll be right down.
Thistle. Thistle. Fly mushroom. There.
Uncle Rayla, can I see your axe?
Puppy!
You killed.
Stump!
Do you really know Ulfric's
Hello,
story?
Stump!
Hush, Frodnar. This is
Pat,
no time for
pat,
your games.
pat, itch
Go and
the
watch
ears.
South Road.
Itch the
Come
ears.
find us if you see
Pet,
any
pet,
Imperial
pet,
soldiers
pet,
coming.
pet, pet,
Aw,
pet, pet, pet.
Mama, I want to stay and talk with Uncle Rayla.
I wonder if there's a pet mode
Look at
mod.
you, almost a grown man. Won't be long before
Puppy.
you'll be joining the fight yourself.
Hello.
That's right. Don't worry, Uncle Rayla.
Look
I
at
won't
you.
let those
Oh,
soldiers
he's
sneak
a
up on
good
you.
puppy.
Now, Rayloff,
Bye, puppy.
what's going on? You two look pretty well done in. I can't remember when I last slept. Where to start? Well, the news you heard about Ulfric was true. The Imperials ambushed us outside Darkwater Crossing. Like they knew exactly where we'd be. That was 2 days ago now. We stopped in Helgen this morning.
Ants!
Thought it was all over.
Look, there's ants!
Lined up to the headsman's
I've
bar,
never
ready to
seen
fight.
ants! Oh,
Cowards.
oh, that's so cool!
Dare give Ulfric a
I've
fair
never
fight.
noticed that there were ants.
We're fighting for your own people. All of Skyrim.
Oh, sorry, are you guys saying something important? I'm not paying attention.
But then,
There's ants!
out of nowhere,
Look at the ants!
dragon attacked.
Okay.
You mean a real, live...
Yes, dragon, but look, there's ants!
I couldn't believe it myself. And I was there.
Oh, that's cool.
Strange as it sounds,
I've seen new
we'd be
things
dead
every
if
time I
not
play
for
this
that
game.
dragon. In the confusion, we managed to slip away.
Mm-hmm.
Are we really the first to make it to Riverwood?
Nobody else has come up the South Road today, as far as I know.
Good. Maybe we can lay up for a while. I hate to put your family in danger, Gerda, but...
Nonsense. You and your friend are welcome to stay here as long as you need to.
Yay,
Let
give me a
worry
room.
about
I'm
the
hungry.
Imperials. Any friend of Rayloff's is a friend of mine.
Hey, thank
Here's
you.
the key to the house.
Thank
Stay
you.
as long as you like. If there is anything else you need, just let me know.
Ooh, thank you. I will take that, and ooh, thank you. That's nice. No alcohol for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, apple, salt, very nice, and a ring. Thank you.
There is something you could do for me. For
Uh-huh.
all of us here.
Yeah?
The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose.
Uh-huh.
Riverwood is defenseless.
Ah,
We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever troops he can.
okay.
If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
All right.
Thanks, sister. I knew we could count on you.
I ought to get back to work before I'm missed.
I'm gonna go.
Anyone else escape? Did Ulfric?
Don't worry. I'm sure he made it out.
Hold on, I need to eat some salt. I need nutrition. Nom, 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 nom. Okay.
It'll take more than a dragon to stop Ulfric's Stormcloak.
Don't mind me, I'm just shoving a bunch of flowers in my mouth like I'm hungry, guys. Nom, 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 nom.
Help them drink up our mead, you mean? Good luck, brother. I'll see you later.
Don't worry about me. I know how to lay low.
I'm glad to help any way I can.
Alright, I'm gonna beat you guys to the house. I know where it is. And I need to remember whenever I come... A cow! There's a cow. Hello, cow. Hello, Moo Moo. Hello, Moo Moo, cow. Pet the cow. Okay, chicken. Egg. Thank you. Yes. Oh, more stuff. I can't keep doing this. But this is for... I just starting out. I need food. And I can cook things. Okay. Oh, wait. No, I didn't mean to take the bucket. Sorry, my kleptomania is activated fully. Cheese. Gold. Okay, you let me take the gold, thank you. I don't need that. I can take that. Okay, oh, another book. But we're gonna have to wait on that. I will be ending it in just a second. Kind of over that one book there. Can I level up? No. Bread.
I told you my sister would help us out.
Yeah, just give me all the cheese. Alright. Ooh. And another book! Oh, yes. Okay, actually I'm gonna just grab those. So I can read them in a little bit later. I'll read them next time. Right now, I think what I'll do whenever I end one of these... Well, no. Actually, no. It's been an hour. But I gotta remember, I took about, like, a good 15 to 30 minutes making my character. So I do have time to read some books. Okay. Let's see what books we grabbed. Okay, we have of Fajuri and Holgier and Olaf and the Dragon. Which should I read first? I'm gonna pull up my sheet, so if anyone in the comments wants to vote on which I can read first, let me know. Sure. Olaf and the Dragon? Alrighty. Olaf and the Dragon. I have an Excel sheet that I'm going to be marking off whenever I read something. Okay. Olaf and the Dragon by Adonato Leotelli. One of the more colorful legends in Nord folklore is the tale of Olaf One-Eye and Numenex. Long ago in the First Age, a fearsome dragon named Numenex ravaged the whole of Skyrim. The dreadful Drake wiped out entire villages, burned cities, and killed countless Nords. It seemed that no power in Tamriel could stop the monster. This was a troubled time in Skyrim's history, for a bitter war of succession raged between the holds. The Jarls might have been able to conquer? Is that supposed to be conquer and it's conqueress? I don't know why that's spelled that way. Conquer the beast. If they had worked together, but trust was in desperately short supply. A skilled warrior named Olaf came forward and promised to defeat the beast. In some accounts, he is the Jarl of Whiterun. In other versions of the legend, Olaf promises the people of Whiterun that he will capture the monster if they will name him Jarl. At any rate, Olaf ventures forth with a handful of his most trusted warriors and seeks the beast out, eventually finding Numenex in his lair atop Mount Athorn. Needless to say, it's an epic battle. Okay. First, Olaf comes at the dragon with his axe and his shield. Some variants of the legend say that Olaf and the beast battled with blade and claw for days, but were too evenly matched for either to gain an advantage. Most accounts hold that Olaf, perhaps frustrated that his weapons are completely ineffectual against the dragon, finally casts them aside. Giving voice to the rage that has been building within him, Olaf unleashes a terrible shout. Here again the stories diverge. Many accounts hold that Olaf did not realize he possessed the power of dragon speech, while others suggest that he had long possessed this gift, but wished to test himself against the dragon in martial combat first. Virtually all variations of the legend, however, agree on what happened next. Using the awesome powers of the dragon language, Numenex and Olaf engaged in an epic shouting duel atop Mount Athor. So forceful are their words. They are said to shatter the stone and split the sky. Finally, Numenex collapses from a combination of injury and sheer exhaustion, somehow, and this detail is conspicuously absent in virtually every account. Olaf manages to convey the dragon all the way back to the capital city of Whiterun. The people of Whiterun are suitably impressed with Olaf's hostage. They build a huge stone holding cell at the rear of the palace, which they rename Dragonreach. This enormous cell serves as Numenex's prison until his death. Olaf himself eventually becomes the High King of Skyrim, putting an end to the War of Succession. Presumably, his great deed made him the only leader upon whom all the people could agree, and so the land once again has peace. As a visitor to Skyrim, I find this tale both fascinating and highly entertaining. It is one of the most celebrated legends of the Nords, and one can easily understand why. It's a story of surpassing heroism, in which a resourceful and worthy Nord does battle with a truly terrifying adversary and emerges victorious by yelling him into submission. The only way in which this could have even been more of a Nordic tale would be if Olaf beat Numenex in a drinking contest. The legend is not without its doubters, however. The bard Svarknir, who lived during Olaf's reign, wrote and performed an alternative verse that challenged Olaf's version of events. Enraged, the High King threw the rebellious bard in prison and destroyed all written copies of the verse. How I would love to lay hands on a copy of that verse. I admit I am immensely curious to know what assertions Svarknir made about how Olaf really defeated Numenex. There are a few ancient bard texts that provide one possible answer. These tomes suggest that Numenex was particularly foul-tempered because he was extremely old. In these accounts, the dragon spends his final years terrorizing the countryside before flying off to the top of Mount Athor to die in peace. While Olaf finds Numenex, the dragon is too weak to defend himself. Olaf and his men capture the beast without effort, but decide to take advantage of the situation by fabricating a heroic tale. It is worth noting that all of Olaf's warriors who were said to witness the shout duel were on to become wealthy leaders during Olaf's reign as High King. However, it is equally likely that Svarknir had some grudge against Olaf, and his scandalous verse was an attempt to damage the High King's reputation. Alas, we will never know. I leave you now, a good reader, with this gentle reminder: a good historian must remain impartial and consider all points of view. Time has a way of distorting our record of events, so the closer you can get to the original sources, the better. Alright. Kind of leaves a bit of a backstory to the thing that we find in Dragonreach. The The holding cell. Alright. So next up, I want to make that. We're going to have of Fajori and Holgier. If that's how you pronounce that. Alrighty. In her 29th summer of life, Fajori the huntress met the warlord Holgier on the field of battle. None remember what they fought over, for their love to come was so great it overshadowed all rivalries or disputes. They fought to a standstill, as their followers looked on till her sword broke his axe, and his shield dulled her blade, and all could see that they were equals. As the eagle finds its mate, so too did Fajori find hers in Holgier, and a time of peace came to the clans of the forest. But as the summer's warmth gives way to winter's chill, so too would this peace pass. But the snake came and bit Holgier, and its venom seeping deep into its wound. A wail greeted Fajori's view as she came over the snow-covered mountains to the coast. She obtained an elixir from a cavir and returned to the forests in haste. Though Holgier could smell the winds of Sovngarde, she gave him the elixir, and he was cured in an instant. But the snake bit Fajori as she poured the last drop into Holgier's mouth, and fatigued from her journey, she joined the ancestors immediately. Holgier's grief was such that he built a tomb upon completion, and upon completion took his own life that he may rejoin her. So that was basically a retelling of Romeo and Juliet, with a little bit of the whole snake, whale, and bird thing. This is definitely a code to unlock a crypt or dungeon that we will come across. Alrighty. Okay, so we had a nice little bit of reading, a little bit of story time. It's now time to do some cooking. What do we want to make? What do we have? Ooh. Any nice... Ooh, here we go. Pheasant roast. Potato soup, yes. Rabbit haunch, yes. Very nice. Very nice. Grilled leeks. Don't mind if I do. Alright, that's all I can make for now. Alright, let's have some nice food. Nom. Nom. Well fed.
Damn.
And I could take a nice 8 hour. Actually, technically you're supposed to have at least, according to, I use Pokemon Sleep, and they recommend 8.5 hours. So you want to get a little bit more than that, so 9 we'll go for. Sundus, 17th of last seed. Or the Morndus.
Faithless Imperials.
Do we have a Khajiit? Has anyone ever made a Khajiit Khan deck? Excuse me, a Khajiit comic where it's a Khajiit and he just says, "I hate Morndays." Morndas. A little bit of a reference to Garfield there. All right. What's my time at? Alright, I think that'll do for the first episode. Take a nice seat here. So yeah. Oh, wait, I want to have a nice good closing shot. Let's have a nice closing shot here. Okay. There we go. So yeah, this was my first, well, technically this was my second attempt at Skyrim survival, but this is going to be my first run through Skyrim Scholar Survival. which again, I will reiterate, is me doing survival mode while reading every single book that I come across. And my goal is to read all the books that there are out loud in Tamriel, including all journals and letters that I come across. So it's essentially going to be a combination of me trying to get through the game on survival mode and a narration attempt of all literary works, because I have not read all the books or done all those. I have not 100% at this game in my life. So yeah, this is going to be just me biding my time until Oblivion comes out. Well, no, not till it comes out, till I actually have enough money to get the game. Which I've never played Oblivion, and I'm very excited to actually get that game. So yeah. Alright. So yeah, I'll be doing this potentially like off and on. Like either every single day, an hour, kind of roughly, I'm not sure when. It'll be kind of more so in the evening. PST, Pacific Standard Time, kind of closer to 6, 7, what have you. Weekends, it'll be a little bit more like earlier. It might even be twice on the weekends, I'm not sure. But yeah. I'll try to be a bit more consistent and keep it up to an hour at least. Keep it under an hour or to about an hour. Because if I overdo it, I noticed with my previous attempts, I kind of just became very quiet and stopped talking for a while, which is not good. All right. So yeah, we can start again the story of Blazera Singe in her attempts to read every book. I will also go over in my next episode a little bit of the history I kind of made for her. So yeah, tune in next time to find out a little bit more about her backstory. It's pretty interesting. Alright, so thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Ciao, ciao.